Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. It's good to see you in this morning of Shabbat. This is a special morning for a couple of reasons. The first one, Adam, what's the first reason this is a special morning?
It's my bar mitzvah.
So, true, but that's the second. But, now, the first reason this is a special morning is because it's Shabbat. And Shabbat was created a few years before you were. Even though in the story of creation, it happens pretty much at the same time. Adam was created on the sixth day, and by the evening of the sixth day, actually was the seventh, and Shabbat started. So you could say, you could have this argument specifically about you. But the reality is that we are celebrating Shabbat, and this Shabbat is even more special because you are coming up to Torah. You are coming up to a Torah. You are going to read from the Torah. You are going to do the blessing over the Torah reading. And our community will acknowledge your adulthood, or the process, or the beginning of the process of your adulthood. So welcome to TVT. If this is the first time you come here, we are glad to see you for the first time. We refrain from using devices, the small devices that you have all in your purses, and hopefully they're in your purses and not in your hands. And we use this device during services. So I encourage you to be present during the next hour and a half, 2 hours, that we are going to be praying and celebrating together. The best way to do that is by following the Siddur. We are going to be telling you the page numbers. And also, if you know the words, participate with the words. If you don't feel comfortable or familiar with the words, you can just hum with us. Just try to be intentionally present. And now, yes, we are going to start our service.
Every day we wake up and thank God for giving us another day of life and that He put His trust in our hands to live our lives to the best of our ability. Please join me on page 186 for Modeh Ani. Modeh Ani lefanecha Melech Chai v'kayam Shechetzarta b'nishmati b'chemla Raba emunatecha Raba emunatecha Modeh Ani lefanecha Melech Chai v'kayam Shechetzarta b'nishmati b'chemla raba, emunatecha raba, emunatecha.
I offer thanks to you, ever-living sovereign, that you have restored my soul to me in mercy. How great it is to start every day with your trust.
What I like about being in a community is all the fun moments and memories they can provide for you. As we enter our synagogue, we acknowledge the community that we have. Please join me on page 192 for Motto Vu. Motto Vu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Motto Vu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ani berov chastecha avo veitecha eshtachave el heichal kodshecha Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them be wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei chol basar umafli la'asot.
Amen. It is an important tradition for us to wear a talit while we are praying. Some people even wear talit every day, entire day. And the talit is a reminder of the divine love that surrounds us. But there is something that loves you in this world and surrounds you all the time, are your parents, who will present you now with your first talit. Please, I'd like to invite David and Sarah. So you can wear it while you are leading us in prayer, but also you can, every time that you wear it, you can look at them. You don't have to look at me. Every time that you wear this talit, and you will remember that you are surrounded by a deep and everlasting love, divine love, and also the love of your parents.
In our hands, O God, you have placed your Torah to be held high by parents and children and taught by one generation to the next. Whatever has befallen us, our people have remained steadfast in loyalty to the Torah. It was carried into exile in the arms of parents that their children might not be deprived of their birthright. And now we pray that you, our child, will always be worthy of this inheritance. Take its teaching into your heart, and in turn pass it on to your children and those who come after you. May you be a faithful Jew, searching for wisdom and truth, working for justice and peace. Thus will you be among those who labor and bring nearer the day when Adonai shall be one and God's name shall be one.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tivanu lehitatef b'tzitzit.
Just your time, you can hug your parents also.
I want to kiss him.
In the intersection between the blessing for our bodies that we just did and the blessing for our souls, there is one element that helps us connect the two of them, our bodies and our souls. In Hebrew, the word soul, neshama, is almost like the word breath, neshima. So we use our bodies to access our souls. I invite you just to take a moment and to focus on your breath just for a moment. Our lives have such a fast pace that sometimes we forget to breathe. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. I invite you to take a deep breath and join us for the blessing for our souls on page 196.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata Source of all creation, sovereign of our souls, praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher bayado nefesh kol chai v'ruach kol basar ish. Okay. The most simple things we can do on a daily basis, we usually take for granted. The blessings for the daily miracles help us realize the gifts that we have. Please join me on page 198 for the daily miracles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, malbi sharumim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten le'af koach. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir shena me'yanai u'numa me'afai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorin. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael bigvura. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael betifara. Amen. Through the study of Torah, we learn stories and values that help us reflect on our lives and work towards becoming a better human. You can follow me for the blessing over the Torah on the top of page 204. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
O Adonai, our God, let the words of Torah be sweet in our mouths. Please join me. The mouths of your people Israel,
so that we, our descendants, and the descendants of all your people Israel may know you by studying your Torah for its own sake. Blessed are you, Adonai, who teaches Torah to your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamlamed Torah le'amo Yisrael. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, and being devoted in prayer, and make peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all.
We turn our study now to page 212 for the blessing, for the psukei, the simra, the verses of praise, in which we undertake a very complicated task of uplifting our souls, of trying to think about things that bring joy to our lives and bringing our souls and our hearts to a different place.
Baruch she'emar v'haya olam, baruchu, Baruch shemo, Baruch oseh v'reshit, Baruch omer ve'oseh, Baruch gozer umek ומקיים, ברוך מרחם על הארץ, ברוך מרחם על הבריות, ברוך משלם שכר טוב לרעב, ברוך חי לעד וקיים לנצח, ברוך פודה ומציל, ברוך הוא, ברוך שמו.
Songs of praise which extol you and proclaim your sovereignty, for you are the source of life in the universe. One God, life of the universe, praise and glorious ruler. Your name is eternal. Baruch atah
Adonai,
melech meulal,
batish
v'chol. We turn our study now to page 214 for Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. We start the Psukei de Simbra, granting Shabbat, this wonderful song. Mizmor Shir
Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Yai Lai 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 Lai. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Yai Lai 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 Lai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulzamer l'shimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'unanatcha balelot. Alei asor va'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor, alei asor va'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Yai Lai 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 Lai. Tzadik Tamar yifrach, ke'erez balvanon yizkeh, shetulim beveit Adonai, bechatrot Eloheinu yafrichu, od yenuvun beseva, deshenim rananim yehiyu, lehagid ki yashar Adonai, zuri v'lo avlataho. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Yai Lai 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 Lai.
Happy are those who dwell in your house. Ashrei Yoshbei Beitecha. We are at the top of page 215.
Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yahalelucha Selah. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yahalelucha Selah. Ashrei, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yahalelu, Od Yahalelucha Selah. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yahalelucha אשרי יושבי ביתך, עוד יהללו, עוד יהללו חסלה. אשרי יושבי ביתך, עוד יהללו, עוד יהללו חסלה.
We continue with the reading of Ashrei over pages 215, 216 silently. Or alternatively, you can take a moment to think about your joyful place, where you need to go in your mind, in your heart, when you are looking after joy. At the bottom of page 216.
תהילת אדוני ידבר פי ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם לעולם ועד ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. הללויה הללו הללויה. תהילת אדוני ידבר פי ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם לעולם ועד ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. הללויה הללו הללויה.
Page 218. Hallelujah.
Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Kol hanshama tehallel ya. Hallelu, hallelujah. Kol hanshama tehallel ya. Hallelu, hallelujah. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Kol hanshama tehallel ya. Hallelu, hallelujah. Kol hanshama tehallel ya. Hallelu, hallelujah.
We continue with the silent reading of Nishmat Kol Chai over page 219. On page 220. Even if our mouths were full of song as the sea and our tongues full of joy in countless waves, our lips would never be able to express the depths of our gratitude. Ilufino.
מלא שירה קיים, ולשוננו רינה כהמון גלה, ושפתותינו שבח כמחווה רקיע, ועינינו מאירות כשמש וכירח, וידינו פרוסות כנשרי שמיים, ורגלינו עקבות כיערות. הנה אנחנו מספיקים להודות לך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו. הנה אנחנו מספיקים להודות לך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אמותינו.
Page 222, the blessing that concludes the Psukei de Simbra, the last portion of Nishmat Kol Chai, and the blessing that concludes the Psukei de Simbra.
שוכן עד מרום וקדוש שמו, וכתוב רננו צדיקים באדוני, לישרים נבע תהילה, בפי ישרים תתהלל, ובדברי צדיקים תתברך, ובלשון חסידים תתרומם, ובקרב קדושים תתקדש. ובמקהלות ריבות עמך בית ישראל, ורינה יתפאר שמך מלכנו, בכל דור ודור. ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו, האל המלך הגדול והקדוש בשמיים ובארץ. כי לך נאה, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, שיר שפחה הלב וזמרה, עוז וממשלה, נצח גדולה גבורה, תהילה ותפארת, קדושה ומלכות, ברכות והודות מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודות אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך מלכי העולמים.
Page 224, it's a Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לעלמים, כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא, אמרו אמן.
What does it mean?
To be called to worship. All serious activity requires preparation. The prayers and blessings that precede are Baruch are warm-ups for the individual. Now communal prayer begins. As the leader asks the congregation, "Are you ready to pray?" The congregation says, "Yes, let's pray."
Please rise on page 226 for the invitation to worship. Baruch Hu.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy, you illuminate the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness, you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom, you form them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai, our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for all the lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit in its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer hamorot.
And trying to do the work of embracing our internal light, our inner light, each of us. We also try to notice that we are surrounded by the presence of an everlasting love. Please join us on page 230.
Ahava Tanu Adonai Eloheinu Chemlah Gedolah Vitera Chamalta Aleinu Ba'avur Avotenu Ve'imotenu Shabbat Chuvecha Avinu Malkeinu Vatlam Dem Chukechaim Tentech Neinu Utleinu Ham Rachem Aleinu B'tein B'libenu Lehavin Ulhaskil Lishmoa Lilmod Ulamed Lishmor V'lasot Ulekayem et kol divrei Talmud Toratecha be'ahava.
Now, if you are wearing a talit, we invite you to put the four corners of your talit together as a symbol of our search for internal and external unity. How are you doing with that?
Huh?
You're good? Good job. And you can join Adam at the bottom of page 230.
Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth, and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. Truly, you drew us near your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Be praised, you, Adonai, who chooses your people Israel in love. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
So now we're still into page 232 for the Shema. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
On page 234. Please join me for Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvchol nafshecha uvchol meotecha ve'hayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha avtecha uvlechtecha avaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha uvshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. As Adonai said to Moses, as follows, speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai, and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes into your lustful urge. Leman tiskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai, kol mitzvoshim Elohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem, Meretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim, ani Adonai Elohechem emet.
Adonai Elohechem emet. Emet ויציב והוא בחביב בן רב, בטוב ביפה הדבר עשה עלינו ללעם בהד. We continue with the silent reading over page 238.
And what is my lifespan? I'm like a man gone out of Egypt. The Red Sea parts. I cross on dry land, 2 walls of water, on my right and on my left. Pharaoh's army and his horsemen behind me. Before me, the desert, perhaps the promised land too. That is my lifespan. Please join me on page 240 for Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha neder ba'kodesh, Nora tehilot osef ele, Nora tehilot osef ele. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha neder ba'kodesh, Nora tehilot osef ele, Nora tehilot osef ele. Shira chadasha, shibchu be'ulim, לשמחה על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו advice and support of Israel, and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer, Adonai Tsevaot, is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Now we turn our Sidurim to page 242 for Tfilat Amida. Please rise. We invite you to follow the words of our Sidur, the millennia-old words of our tradition, or alternatively, to close your eyes and open your heart and try to find the Tfilah Shebalev, the prayer of your heart, the words that you need to say in this moment of universal prayer, in this moment in which we try to connect with our souls, and we try to focus our energies on what we really need. Page 242.
Adonai sefatak tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah
Adonai,
Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chaste Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula, Livnei v'neihem, Leman Shemo, Yahava, Melech Ozer, Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Levoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachabim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Meimit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Bnei Eman Atah Lehachayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol, Neka Simcha Ba'olam, Keshem Shemakdishim Oto Bishmei Marom, Kakatuv Al Yad Neviecha, Vekaraz El Zeh ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tsevaot, Meloch Chol haaretz, Kefodo, Adir, Adirenu Adonai, Adonenu Ma'adir Shimcha Bechol haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu Yashmienu, Rachama b'nei kol chai,
שומרי שבת וקורא עונג ומקדשש בי. כולם יסבהו ותנגרו נתמי אותו קלת השכל למעשה בראשית, דרנו בלי אבותינו ואמותינו שכל. ונוחתנו קדשנו במצוותיך ותחקנו בתורתך. בשבה, הארץ אדוני אלוהינו מלך ישראל, ותפלותם בבת תקבל, ותהילו. תעשינו, שוב לציון, ברוך אתה אדוני המשכן שנתון לציון, עומדים אנחנו לך שואל. See that at the end of Tfilat Amida, the last blessing we find is the blessing for peace. After trying to focus on what we need in our personal prayer, after closing our eyes, we remind ourselves that we actually need to open our eyes and look around and look at each other and understand that the world is filled with people that have different needs. And so we do. And we ask for the ability to recognize those needs, to recognize those that might be different from us, and when they might not be like us, they're still in God's likeness. And at the bottom of page 260, we sing the blessing for peace, say shalom, we ask for wholeness. ולרצון אמרפי בעליון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. הוא יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. הוא יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם. הוא יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. הוא יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם. ברוך אתה אדוני עושה השלום.
We're going to turn now our Sidurim to page 362, our prayer books to page 362. And what's going to happen is that we are going to open the ark in order to start our Torah service. So please rise as we open the ark. I would like to invite Adam's family for the transferring of the Torah, parents and grandparents. En kamocha va'Elohim Adonai, ven kema'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני יברך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. Our tradition teaches us that Moshe קיבל תורה מסיני ומסרה ליהושע, ויהושע לזקנים. Moses received Torah from Sinai, and he transferred it to Joshua, and Joshua to the elders of Israel, and the elders of Israel to the rabbis, and the rabbis to our great-great-grandparents in all kinds of different places. I don't know, Iraq, Persia, Jews all over the world have been transferring Torah from generation to generation. And today, your parents transfer Torah to you. Actually, in this Torah portion, in which we get Torah, Parashat Yitro, for the first time. So you also embrace Torah with your own hands for the first time in Parashat Yitro. And this Torah is for you to hold, to carry, and to act by its values.
כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים. ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה, לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו. גדלו לאדוני איתי, ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד. איכו בשמיים ובארץ, איכו בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני הממלכה, תמיד נעשה לכל דרוש. Don't wait for him. You come to him. You can touch the kid. You can touch the Torah.
So Adam, we want to have a quick conversation just to give people some context of what you are reading, right? Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm not used to standing this high. So I was kind of, I didn't know what to do. I almost forgot my speech. So you are reading a very important Torah portion, and that's what he's going to read. Now I want to share something with you about this Torah portion. Of all the Torah portions of the year that we actually sit while the reader is reading, in this one, we stand. Who say we're standing? You're right. So he's saying that you need to stand. And I'm sorry. So you're the uncle, right? Okay, the uncle said that we need to stand, and I actually agree with him. So because this is a very special and unusual Torah portion. What happens in this Torah portion happens twice in the Torah. Now, this Torah portion starts with a very important story. Conversation and a meeting between Moshe, and his father-in-law, whose name was Yitro. He also had an English name, Jethro, I think. So this Yitro was a very, very wise man, and was actually someone who had some authority over Moshe that felt that the entire world was on his shoulders. Yitro came up to see his family. He was his father-in-law, and he found a Moses that was working non-stop, almost a workaholic. Not that I want to say that Moses was a workaholic, but he really was busy. He was really, really busy. And what Yitro realizes is that Moses doesn't know how to delegate. And in order to create a healthy society, we need to delegate. But to delegate means something actually a bit deeper. It means to recognize that we have limitations. It means to recognize that we need to look at ourselves with some level of humility, and that we are vulnerable, that we are not perfect, that we can't not do everything, and that we are vulnerable. And also means that we need to have some kind of trust in each other. Now, Yitro had a specific interest. He wanted Moses to spend some time with his daughter and the children. He said, you cannot have a family life if you are so busy trying to save the entire world, but then you don't spend some time with your core family, which also reminds us about priorities. And when we start thinking about priorities and how to place our energies in the right place, the 10 Commandments, tough. Very important ideas come in this Torah portion. And this Torah portion is the Torah portion of the 10 Commandments. And that's why you stand. Because it's like going back to Sinai. Jewish traditions say that we all were in Sinai. So you're going to take a trip to Sinai. It's a bit warmer than here right now. There. I checked the weather because next week I'm going to Israel. So I actually checked the weather on Friday. And the Ten Commandments will teach us many important principles, and you will talk about that. But there are two that I want to remind as we start reading. One is that we were created, all of us, in the image of God. Not written that way, but when we are reminded of God's existence, and you will talk about that a lot, we are reminded that we are all equal, that all humans are equal. And the other one is that we need some balance. And how do they do that? What's the value that reminds us life balance in Jewish tradition? Shabbat. The Ten Commandments this time says, Shamor or Sachor? Sachor. Who says Sachor? Miriam. Oh, good. You shall remember the Sabbath. You shall remember the Sabbath. Now, the Ten Commandments will appear later on in the Torah once again. Who knows in what book? You don't talk, the two of you. You stop. The two of you now, you are banned. I'm being attacked from both directions, right? Who knows what's the second time in Torah in which the Ten Commandments appear? Who say Yom Kippur? Some people read the Ten Commandments in Yom Kippur, but the second time that the Ten Commandments appear in the Torah is in the book of Deuteronomy. The last book of the Torah, when Moses is repeating the entire Torah, so the Ten Commandments appear again. And now when we talk about Shabbat this time, they don't say, remember. They say this time, you shall keep. You need to make sure that you actually do things that are a reminder and that of this important day. So there's a connection between the world of thoughts and the spiritual world and actually the things that we need to do. And with that said, we are going to do something. We are going to read from Torah. So we are going to start our Torah reading, and we are going to be calling up for the first aliyah. Are you ready?
Where's the blessing?
Yes.
Question, can I get the blessings?
You can get the blessings. Don't worry. We'll take care of that. You call people. I'll take care of that.
Okay, good. Ta'amod na Sarah bat Yehuda ve'Yocheved, Ora bat Avraham ve'Sarah, Shoshana bat Avraham ve'Sarah Rishon, Grandma Mabude, Aunt Mitra, and Aunt Elufar.
Those following, we are in the Torah books, page 539.
Can I get my...
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Go ahead there. It's all right. We'll tell you what to do. Just one moment, because he's getting his yard.
And now, yes, as we do the reading of the Ten Commandments, please rise.
Sorry, sweetie. You good? Sorry. You're good. You're good. Okay. So you got a talit. Awesome. So show them where. So you're going to take the fringes here. So one of you can, or both of you, take your fringes. You're going to touch right where he's pointing, or close to it. It's a family thing here. Awesome. Great. And then kiss your fringes. Can I do that? Awesome. Okay. And then right here, you can read it in the transliteration. So 1, 2. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vahed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'shalom mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah. Good job. You don't need to say this one. Go ahead.
Amen.
Right here.
Vayadaber Elohim et kol hadvarim ha'ele lemor. Anochi Adonai הוצאתיך מארץ מצרים, מבית עבדים. לא יהיה לך אלוהים אחרים על פניי. לא תעשה לך פסל וכל תמונה אשר בשמיים ממעל ואשר בארץ מתחת ואשר במים מתחת לארץ. לא תשתחווה להם ולא תעבדם, כי אנוכי אדוני אלוהיך אלקנה פוקד אבות על בנים על שילשים ועל ריבעים לשונאי, ועושה חסד לאלפים לאוהבי ולשומרי מצוותיי.
So now you're going to take your seat where he's pointing, and you touch
I
and you
almost
kiss
lost
again.
my spot.
You're fine, baby. Don't move yet. And you're going to read this down here. 1, 2, 3.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיים.
עולם אתה בתוכנו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
יישר כוח.
You can move over to his
Shakoach.
left side. Yasher koach. You can
Come
stand
stand
with
here
Jesus.
next to Adam. יישר כוח.
יעמדו מרים בת אברהם ושרה, ציון בן דוד ולאה, שני, and Mercedes, Uncle Fridun. You can take your talit right here. There you go. One, two.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך
Let's do it again together.
Let's start here at Baruch Hu.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם,
אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. We're on page 540 if you want to follow Adam.
לא תישא את שם אדוני אלוהיך לשווא, כי לא ינקה אדוני את אשר יישא את שמו לשווא. זכור את יום השבת לקדשו, ששת ימים תעבוד, ועשית כל מלאכתך, ויום השביעי שבת לאדוני אלוהיך. לא תעשה כל מלאכה אתה ובנך ובתך עבדך ואמתך ובהמתך וגרך אשר בשעריך, כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, את הים ואת כל אשר בם, וינח ביום השביעי. על כן ברך אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשהו.
יעמדו דוד בן אברהם ושרה, שרה בת אברהם ושרה. Shlishi, Mom and Dad, Sarah and David.
Yam da 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 da, ay da 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 da, yam da 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 da, ay da 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 da, ay da 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 da, ay da 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 da, yam da 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 da, ay da 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 da, yam da 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 da, yam da 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 da, ay da 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 da, ay da 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 da. You can point the reading there. For those that are following in the book, is on page 554. Actually, what are you going to say? Can you read that without chanting that? What's the first word? Kaved. Respect your parents. Let's make a statement here. Okay, good.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bar harbanu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha leman ya'arichun yamecha al ha'adama asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach. Lo tirtzach, lo tin'af, lo tignov, lo ta'aneh bere'acha eid shaker, lo tachmod beit re'echa, lo tachmod eshet re'echa, ve'avdo va'amoto ve'shoro v'chamoro ve'chol asher le're'echa.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam natan b'koheinu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Shal koach.
Amen.
Shal koach. Shal koach. You know where the mafta is?
Here.
Right there? Good. Go sit.
My turn?
Oh, you can go sit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to call you up. You may be seated, because we actually concluded the reading of the Ten Commandments. And we are going to read now The last portion of this Torah portion, what we call the maftir. I feel it's too close. I would like to make you walk. Can you sit in the last chair somewhere there? Yeah. Yeah. You want to have your... No, it stresses me out. So let's leave. I don't want a young man coming to me with this artifact. We're going to leave it here, Adam. I usually repeat myself in this moment. And you know what? I don't get tired of repeating myself. I love this. I love this because in this very moment, we acknowledge that transition. We have been acknowledging already that Adam is a grown man in the eyes of our community, but the moment in which we give public recognition to that status is not when a child is reading from the Torah, but actually at the moment in which you take the blessing over the Torah on behalf of the entire congregation, and we say that we trust you. And actually your Torah portion is about trust. Being a bar mitzvah, mitzvah means commandments, Adam. It means obligation. And being a bar mitzvah means to be accountable. Now you will make choices of what are the commitments you take, but to live a life with commitment is actually a pretty good idea. Commitment is a good idea. And accountability is another important idea. In the context of the community and our enterprise, which is kind of tikkun olam, trying to bring some healing to our world that is desperately in need of healing. That accountability is more to say that we actually count on you. We count on you to make good choices, to become an adult who wants to make good choices and inform choices, and then bring lots of good deeds to this world, lots of mitzvot to this world. And now we want to call you up to the Torah. So, no, I didn't call you yet. Go back. Go back. He's so ready, like he's running like from like 9 a.m. He was here, completely ready, and we go fast for the fulfillment of mitzvot. So give me an E minor, like something. Okay, in E minor, I'm going to call you up to the Torah when it says Yamod Yahamod Nar Abar Mitzvah Adam Ben David Besara Laliat Amaftir Kam. Yambai la 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 la. Please rise, please rise, and you can chant too. Don't you know? You can hurry kiss this guy. Don't worry.
Okay.
You may be seated.
Maftir is found on page 565.
Take your seat.
In the Torah books.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, Ko tomar el Bnei Yisrael, atem reitem, ki min hashamayim dibarti imachem, lo ta'asun iti Elohei chesef velohei zahav, lo ta'asu lachem mizbach adama ta'aseli vezavachta alav et olotecha ve'et shalomecha et zoncha ve'et bekarecha bechol hamakom asher azkir et shemi avo elecha uverachticha ve'im mizbach avanim ta'aseli lo tivne et hen gazit ki charbecha Nafta aleha vatechal aleha velo ta'ale b'ma'alot al mizbechi asher lo tigale ervatecha alav. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chaye olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Can acknowledge your parents. Shake their hands, kiss them, hug them.
Good job.
So after reading Torah, you can stand next to me. We take a moment to acknowledge all those that came up to the Torah in honor of Torah, Shabbat, and our congregation. May God bless all of you and protect you from any trouble or distress, together with all Israel. And let us say, Amen. If you have a Siddur, please open your Siddur on page 371. We take a moment to acknowledge people that are dealing with illness in our community, in their bodies, in their souls, people that are dealing with addictions. So as I point with my hand in your direction, if you'd like to share the name of person that you are thinking about, please do so. If you don't feel comfortable when I point out to you, just say the names. Bring the names of the people that you are thinking about. Page 371, Mishe Berach.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before
להם רפואה שלמה והחלמה מהירה, a complete and fast recovery, and let us say,
Amen.
now yes, please rise for Agba and Glelila.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
You may be seated. Engaging in the deeds of Torah also includes engaging in the study of Torah. You say this morning that the study of Torah encompasses them all. Page 206, I think. So, no, you don't need to go to that page, but that's what you said. So you will share at Bar Torah some thoughts about your Torah portion. Right now. Right now. We can take a break if you want. And you're lucky. I have this copy of this paper.
Okay.
Is it the right thing? Mm-hmm. It's not my yesterday night speech, right? No, fine.
Oh, that's okay. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for coming to celebrate my bar mitzvah with me. My Torah portion is Parashat Yitro, or more specifically, the Ten Commandments, which is really cool because the Ten Commandments would top the list of the Torah's greatest hits. The Ten Commandments are God's way of giving us the backbone on how to live a moral life and have a functioning society. It is important because God only gives us an outline. It is our responsibility to determine the meaning and relate it to our lives. The way I see it is when the Israelites become a society. Any society first needs law to protect its citizens and to keep them safe. Imagine a society without any law. What would happen? I think that without any law, a lot of us probably wouldn't be here to celebrate my bar mitzvah with me. So establishing a universal law ensured that all of the Israelites had the same understanding of right and wrong. The other cool thing about the Ten Commandments is that the first 4 commandments are God's ways to introduce himself to Moses and establish trust between God and Moses. God says, "I'm the Lord your God. I'm the one who took you from the land of Egypt." Followed by, "You shall not have any other gods. You shall not make images of me, and you shall not take my name in vain." The way I understand this is that God takes 4 commandments to introduce himself, establish trust, and remind us that there's only one God, so not to be fooled. The following 6 commandments, after Moses has faith in God, determine how we relate to each other in society. But it's interesting to me that establishing trust in our leaders was recognized early on to actually have the people follow the rules. My Torah portion is obviously about law. When you think about it, law allows us to have fun moments. If laws didn't exist, there's a good chance that we'd all be dead. Laws are what allow us to have fun moments and be safe. For example, let's say you decide to go bowling with your family. It is very rare and unusual that you'll see a man throwing the ball at any other human. You want to know why? Because the man knows the laws and the consequences that he will have if he were to throw the ball at a human. Therefore, bowling with your family is safe. Another reason why he won't throw the ball at a human is because he has a source of empathy, and he knows that no one likes a bowling ball being thrown at them. Finally, the last reason why he won't throw the bowling ball at someone is common sense. We have learned at a very young age the difference between right and wrong. Therefore, established law, empathy, and common sense allow you to have fun when you go to the bowling alley, and you know that you and your family will come back in one piece. The Ten Commandments continue to be the basis of our universal laws. It is pretty cool to note how all societies, civilizations, and even bowling alleys have embraced these rules as truths. It was all based on this primary event approximately 3,500 years ago. So yes, like I said, it is definitely a part of the Torah's greatest hits. Shabbat Shalom. I felt weird about that one.
So there's a tradition, now that you have done some important things here, there's a tradition to make sure that you are not just surrounded and covered by a talit, but also covered by sweetness. We want to give you a shower of sweetness. Do we have any sister in the room? Sisters? Okay, here. He got 3. So you can gently stay here. You can gently come here. You need to be above him. Yeah. And gently, take it. Gently you can drop it above here. Like, this is like a bit more. Yeah, good. Last one. Okay. One more thing. I'd like to invite Adam's teachers to join us for a moment. Gabi, Cantor Shannon, Itai, where are you? Come. You can come back here. And it takes an entire community to raise a Jew. So here, so this one is me. So there's a certificate that you have had a bar mitzvah ceremony, but you are a bar mitzvah anyway, and you are responsible and accountable anyway. And then Cantor Shannon has, on behalf of our men's club, this book. Cantor, you want to say a few words? This is your opportunity.
Adam, I am so very proud of you. You took this seriously from the start, and you rocked it. I am so very proud. You were a little worried because you said, well, I've never done anything musical, but you had some very difficult trope, and you nailed it. And you really understand the importance of the Ten Commandments. And I have to say, I think that you now have my #1 Devar Torah. I will never forget about bowling alleys and the Ten Commandments ever. Thank you for teaching me. And it was wonderful being your teacher, too. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Gabi's holding a Kaddish cup on behalf of our sisterhood that wants you to celebrate Shabbat wherever you go. Aitai, you want to say? Yeah, go.
All right, Adam.
I am so incredibly proud of you right now. This took so much courage, and boy, do you have it. Oh my goodness. Can I please have a hug? Sure. No, shukla.
Itai has 2 certificates. One is a certificate for a huge discount in one of the nifty programs to go to Israel. If you had time next week, Tuesday, I'm leaving. I have ruined our group. And the other one is a tree that our Torah study group have planted, also in Israel, with your name. And we always say, go and find it. But we truly believe that it is there.
Just one thing, you did a great job, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
So, thank you very much. You may be seated. We're going to put all these things. So, we're going to put all these things in your in this bag. You keep it.
Okay.
Feel like I'm really challenged by all these things. I'm going to keep it here. Fine. And now we're going to start the conclusion of our service. We're going to return the Torah to the ark. Please rise. The ark.
We are gifts, and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope, and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words, and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. L'dor vador nagid God lecha. L'dor vador we protect this chain. From generation to generation, L'dor vador, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our heart, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed and we are holy. We are children of your way, and the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. L'dor vador nagid God lecha. L'dor vador we protect this chain. From generation to generation, L'dor vador, these lips will praise your name.
We turn our study now to page 586 for Aleinu Leshabeach.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גאולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל בהמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
You may be seated. You can go and sit for a few moments too. At the end of our service, we take a moment to acknowledge mourners among our community. If you are during the first 7 days of mourning Shiva, please rise. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning Shloshim, please rise. If you are during the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise and share with us who you're remembering. If you have a yahrzeit this week, an anniversary of death of a dear person, please rise. Now you can support our fellows while standing or sitting, joining us with your voices and your hearts for Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. And as we say Mourner Kaddish, we also remember the 23 people that died in the streets of Orange County in the last month. We remember the epidemic that we are dealing with in our own county. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועל מה דיברה חירותה וימליך מלכותה. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב באמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושילתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמה באמרו. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה. וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל באמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל באמרו אמן. May the memories of your dear ones be for a blessing. יהיה זכרם ברוך. You may be seated. So two congregational reminders that I have to say. One is that we have an incredible Purim party coming up, and that's happening on Saturday, March 7th at 5 p.m. And it's an 80s party. So, and I don't know what that means. I've been working on that for some time. I have an idea. But I'm not completely sure, but what? True. And actually, other thing that happened in the 80s is that in 86, Argentina won the World Cup in soccer, which is something that any person who was born in Argentina needs to know, and I do know that. And that's it. So we will try to figure that out, and I encourage you, if you are looking for an incredible, beautiful, and mysterious,
80s.
80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80s. 80 Purim party and celebration and Megillah reading. We are going to be doing that Saturday in the late afternoon. We have Abdallah, a beautiful dinner, and you are going to be acting as Hashverosh. No, Mordechai. You're Mordechai. Well, that's the thing, right, about Purim. You need to be confusing people. It's another idea that we have in Purim. It's actually between Haman and Mordechai, but no, Hashverosh, Mordechai. They all were there. So and Adam is going to be one of our principal characters, period. Now, with that said, I also want to acknowledge that a group of TVT members will be joining me between Tuesday and Wednesday in our journey to Israel. We will be doing a very, very different trip, this time learning about the variety of identities in the state of Israel, the variety of Jewish identities in the state of Israel that we sometimes tend to forget that we are tribes, that we are a tribal people, and that Jews, actually, they come from all over the world, that we were everywhere, and we have such a diverse community, and it's important to learn about that. So we will be doing that starting next week, and we will be sharing with you, and Miriam will be leading services with our team. And one more thing, Michael, I want to acknowledge that tomorrow you will be participating in a very important conference, in the Son Leader Bootcamp for 3 days. You will be there in St. Louis. So we wish you a Nejat Tova, and I hope that when you come back, you have a bunch of things to teach us and new discoveries to share with our community. With all that said, we are going to conclude our service on page 625. I want to invite all the Nejat-Binas to come around. Gabi, Cantorshano, come here, get closer. We are going to conclude our service with Adon Olam. And we can invite also Adam's class. Come on. Oh, wow, look at all the effect. So where is the class? We need all the sisters. I don't see enough sisters. And we have here this custom that please, we stand up at the end of our service, please rise. And if you feel comfortable doing so, you can hold hands, you can embrace each other if that's comfortable to you. You can look at each other. We make sure at the end of the service that we acknowledge each other's presence in whatever way works to you or for you. And this Adon, for example, comes all the way from France. And you from Persia. And Adon Olam Hashem Malach בטרם כל יציר נברא לעין עשה וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי תקלוט הכל לבדו ימוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה והוא יהיה בתפארה יברך את עמו בשלום. May God bless all of us with peace. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
You can say Shabbat Shalom to each other and go into the foyer. We finish the service. You can go into the So respectful community, right? Like we're done. No, we should go.